So if you're an entrepreneur or a startup or a small business owner and you've got a great new product idea and you're thinking about how you can develop it and commissioning a product design company to help, make sure that you do not fall for this trap. This is where you get fake design that's going to cost you a lot of money, but actually you're going to have to redo it and it could set your project back by months. Make sure you watch until the end of this video because I'm going to share the solution to this to make sure that you don't have this problem and that your project doesn't suffer as a result. Hi, my name's Phil. I run a design company for the last 12 years and I've helped hundreds of people from idea right the way through to manufactured product. I've been in the industry obviously quite a long time, but this type of thing really makes me frustrated because it often catches entrepreneurs and small businesses out and costs them a lot of money. So the trap is this: the design company offers a low upfront cost compared with other design firms, but actually what you're getting is not detailed design of all of the product for mass manufacture with your user in mind. All you're getting is this pretty picture. It's just a mirage, if you like, and we like to call it fake design. Now, the styling and the look and the materials is important, and there is value sometimes in having some photorealistic renders of what your product could look like. But the problem is when you think you're getting more than that and the product design company hasn't been honest about the level of detail they're going to go into. Now, I'm going to share a couple of examples of this in just a minute, but before I do this channel to help people like you to not make some mistakes, to give you a much better chance of commercial success with your product and learn from some of my experience. But it really helps if you could like and subscribe, and if you put any questions in the comments section below, then I will personally respond to all of them to help you on your journey. Now, the real problem with this fake design is that you'll get the pretty pictures that the design firm has produced, you'll take them to a manufacturer or to a retailer, you'll get some good feedback, and then when you look to take the next step and go into production, you'll find that actually the whole thing has got to be done again, and you're paying again. So actually it's not cheap at all, it's much more costly in the medium to long term. Now, let me share a couple of real life examples so that I can bring this to life and help you to see what I mean. Now, this problem is very widespread. We probably have 6 or 7 potential clients come to us every year who've fallen into this trap, who've already spent thousands of pounds with another design company, only to then realise that the whole design needs to be done again because nothing's been thought about in terms of internal components, materials, production methods, and how it's going to be produced in volume. One client that came to us with their product who'd already spent thousands of pounds was Equerry. Now, we then had to go right back to the beginning because we said to them, look, the problem is it looks pretty, but no one's thought about how large the motor is, what capacity the battery is, where the PCB goes, and what the mechanism is for squeezing out the polish to clean the shoes. All of that work then had to be redone. And our job actually was harder because someone had already designed the outside casing, and our client was really keen that we stuck with the same style and size, but then we had to work with those constraints while sorting out all of the detail. And we literally did go right back to the beginning because the first step in a project like this needs to be a proof of principle prototype. We prove the basic concept in terms of the motor and the torque and that type of thing, and then we build it from there. So you're basically starting with the functionality, starting with the manufacturing processes, and then designing, and that's the critical difference. Now, this next example is even worse, because actually if the client hadn't come to us and had it redesigned, it would have cost them tens of thousands of pounds. Now, the reason is the design company designed this home economics rucksack to have a custom injection molded component in the inside to form the different sections that you could put the food into. But the problem is that was going to cost about £20,000 in injection mold tools to go into production. Now, the client thought they could bring it to us and we could simply find them a manufacturer and off they'd go. And I had to explain that actually we needed to redesign that component and take out that tooling cost. So it cost her a couple of thousands of pounds with us to redesign that component, but as a result we saved her all of that tooling cost. The design that we came up with our experience didn't need any injection mold tools at all. And this is the other problem often with visualization design. It's often done by very junior designers, and there isn't enough budget in what you're paying them for them to actually think it all through from a production perspective, or think it all through from what your target market really wants and do any market research to get the real right solution for you. Effectively, all they're doing is fake design. So don't fall for the pretty pictures. So what is the solution to this? Well, just before we get into that, do check out the description before you go, because in the video description, I'm going to include a whole load of links to other resources to help you on your journey of developing a new product. There are really two key solutions. One, you could work with my product design company. We don't do this. We tell you exactly what you're getting for the money. We're always designing for the target market and for cost-effective production. And we've helped hundreds of people like you successfully launch their new products. But whatever design company you go with, make sure you ask the difficult questions about what you're actually getting for your money. How developed is your design actually going to be? What's going to be required once you finish their proposal before it could go into production? And most importantly, what market research is going to be done along the way to make sure that what's being developed is actually what your target market is prepared to part with their hard-earned money to buy. Now, do make sure you check out this next video. It's all about choosing the right product design company. It goes through the other things you need to be aware of as well before you make that final selection about who your design partner is going to be. I'll see you in the next video.